the holidays are just stressful for your schedule? Ha! What if I told you they're also playing havoc on your hormones? From holiday lights stealing your sleep to certain food draining your energy, let's uncover 7 ways this holiday season may secretly be affecting your health and how to fix them. Welcome to the start of the holiday season here on AskAwayHealth. I'm Dr. Sylvia, a general practitioner, and over the next 4 weeks, we'll be diving into some surprising science about your health around this time of the year. My goal is to ensure that we enter the new year with energy and punch, both physically and mentally, instead of feeling bogged down with the need to make another New Year resolution, which will probably drop after a few weeks. So first up, those twinkling festive lights, they're bright and stunning and put us all in the mood of the season. But watch out for one downside. They can actually suppress melatonin, your sleep hormone. Melatonin is produced in the brain and helps you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up. However, too much bright and blue light from festive decorations or our screens can disrupt melatonin production and your sleep cycle. Poor sleep leads to fatigue and stress, increases your cortisol levels, and creates a vicious cycle which you do not need, especially at this time. So, how can you still have your twinkly lights and avoid the melatonin dip? Use warmer lights instead of the cool blue ones, and dim your lights about an hour before bedtime. Next are all those irresistible holiday treats, cookies, cakes, and chocolates. Put up your hands in the comment section. You know I'm talking to you. After all, isn't this the one time of the year when eating too much sugar is legal? No? Eating too much sugar triggers insulin spikes. Insulin is a hormone produced in the pancreas, an organ that's located behind your stomach. Insulin imbalance or resistance is implicated in conditions like diabetes mellitus and PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome. Insulin spikes can lead to cravings, tiredness, and even weight gain over time. Now, the answer to this is not a total avoidance of all these treats, because that is most likely not going to work. We're surrounded by visions of delicious treats everywhere, heavenly smells. You'd need to be a superpower to constantly avoid the temptation to give in to them. So, be smart. Play the game. Be conscious of the sweet things and treats you're taking in moderation, but pair them with something healthier at the same time, like protein or fiber. These have the double advantage of making us feel full and slowing down the sugar rush that comes with insulin spikes. Now, this number 3 is me, despite best laid plans. Have you stayed up late recently shopping for deals or making longer, and even longer gift lists? And remember that rush of stress when you're trying to get all your orders in and trying to beat the holidays post-delivery deadline? That is your cortisol level skyrocketing. Cortisol is another hormone. Your body makes it in the adrenal glands, which are 2 structures sitting above your kidneys on either side. Cortisol is a stress hormone, meaning it's the major hormone triggered when the body goes into its fight or flight mode, or is very anxious, worried, or really under a lot of pressure. However, cortisol overload can mess with other parts of the body, your digestion, your mood, even fertility hormones. So, to avoid the crazy effects of excess cortisol that develop from these late night shopping hangovers, well, you need to plan ahead. There are no 2 ways about this. Start by making lists of what you need to do, but keep it short, simple, and within your budget. And give yourself a deadline for when to stop nighttime shopping. 9 p.m. at night or even earlier sounds good. The Christmas work due, Christmas party, and other opportunities for holiday toast sound like fun. But did you know alcohol increases estrogen imbalance? Your body is busy creating estrogen from cholesterol in the ovaries, and alcohol interferes with that process. For example, by impairing the function of the liver, alcohol can prevent its ability to mop away any excess estrogen, leading to imbalance. Excess estrogen, as you know, can impact several different conditions, from premenstrual tension to fibroids, polycystic ovary syndrome, and more. If you have one of these conditions or are prone to excess estrogen, a good tip around the holidays is to alternate drinking alcoholic drinks with water or non-alcoholic beverages. If you can, try to stick to one alcoholic drink a day. This next one might surprise you or not. Financial stress doesn't only affect your wallet. It can also affect your testosterone level, leaving you drained, low on energy, and simply not interested in sex. The female body makes testosterone, but in much lower amounts than the male. Testosterone is converted from cholesterol, again in those adrenal glands that we talked about earlier, sitting behind in our kidneys. Any type of stress, but also financial stress, activates your body's chronic stress response. This triggers several mechanisms that reduce, block, or just make it impossible for your body to make the testosterone that it needs. For example, chronic stress increases cortisol, which can reduce the production of testosterone. And we know stress affects your sleep, right? Well, guess what? Lack of sleep affects testosterone production because much of it is produced during REM sleep. Another reason is that when you're under stress, your body reallocates resources to essential functions or organs, for example, your heart and your brain, meaning that hormone production may take a back seat, which could affect your testosterone levels. And as one of the biggest stress triggers around this holiday period is finance, it's not so hard to see why your testosterone levels may drop a little bit below normal. So, how to avoid this problem? The first thing really is to set a budget and stick to it. Do this early. Really think about whether you need to make a purchase to impress somebody or focus on meaningful, low-cost options. I know which one I will choose. I just mentioned that one of the biggest triggers for stress around the holidays is money, but loneliness is another big one that affects quite a lot of us. The holidays aren't joyful for everyone, and loneliness can lower your oxytocin level, the love hormone. Oxytocin is made in the brain. It's very important for womb contraction during childbirth and for making and releasing milk during breastfeeding. But oxytocin also plays an important role in human behavior. It's important for sexual arousal, for recognition, trust, romantic attachment, and the mother-child bonding. And that's why it's been called the love hormone, or some people say it's the cuddle hormone. Same thing. Not having this type of relationship could affect your oxytocin levels, leaving you feeling more isolated. Listen to this. For the most part, releasing oxytocin requires one thing: another person. While it's traditionally associated with sex, breastfeeding, and childbirth, almost any form of social bonding or positive physical contact can trigger oxytocin. If this might apply to you, one way you can overturn this imbalance is by taking proactive steps. Don't wait for people to reach out or anything. You reach out to people first, friends or family, if you've got any around or close to you. But something else you can also do is volunteer at your local church or temple or mosque or an aid organization that's close to you or whose objectives speak to you. The key thing is connecting with others and spending positive quality time with another person. This one we sometimes forget, and it's the impact of holiday travel. Yeah, you get exhausted or jet lagged after a trip, and we just think, well, it's just because it's been busy, time zone differences, and so on. But what about the thyroid gland? Located in the neck, the thyroid gland produces thyroxine, this essential hormone that regulates our metabolism and so many other important functions. But holiday travel can throw your thyroid and thyroxine off balance. This happens because travel disrupts some activities that help our bodies regulate its activity. For example, sleep and meals. A thyroid imbalance will throw off your metabolism, making you feel sluggish, drained, and less active than usual. So it goes without saying, it's good to plan your holiday properly so you have as little turbulence as possible while traveling. Sleep when you can. Stay hydrated. If you can have small, regular meals during the day, do so. If you already have thyroid disorders like an under or overactive thyroid, make sure you have regular blood monitoring to keep your levels checked and you're staying on the correct dose of your medicine to prevent any imbalance. So you have it, 7 ways the holiday season may affect your hormones. Which one? Did anyone surprise you at all? Let me know in the comment section. Please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe, and then come and watch this very next video where I'll be sharing more health tips and even things that you can do to keep yourself well and thriving during the holiday season. I'll see you over there.